Yes, sir. Welcome back. How y'all doing tonight, man? Happy Thursday night. You know what I'm saying? A Thursday evening. No, it's Thursday night. It's Thursday night. It's prime time. You know what I'm saying? It's time for Made in the 1980s. Made in the 1980s. Soon to be your favorite music podcast. And I don't take that feat lightly. You dig? Because we're going to talk music unconventionally like we do here most often. Tonight will be no different. I had to make a game time decision. Sorry, I didn't give y'all enough time to, prepare for the live, but that's how life is going right now. I don't necessarily have ample amount of time to give you so much like precursor. I don't have much buildup, but when to crank out the content, right? That's the new trend. Content about posting the content about creating the content. I'm eliminating all of that and I'm just giving you the content. So I hope you enjoy it and I hope you're ready for tonight's conversation. You can't blame Jay-Z for everything. Can't blame Jay-Z for everything. We're going to talk about it. It's going to be really quick. I appreciate y'all flooding into the stream, man. Thank you so much. It's a couple of topics I want to discuss. But off the rip, excuse me, off the rip. Matter of fact, let me get some water, man. Hold on, man. Okay, I gotta do this right. We're not gonna sound like I'm about to die out here. You dig? All right, there we go. All right, so we won't spend too much time on this because a lot of this is just like internet fodder, right? It's it's just one person's opinion against everybody else. Nicki Minaj obviously made headlines this week. I didn't want to address it in real time. I think I went live that night. It was like Monday or Tuesday night. But I didn't want to do that because that didn't seem fair because it's just a bunch of random tweets. And then within those tweets, she literally blamed Jay-Z for everything. She blamed Jay-Z for absolutely everything. She blamed him for the fall of hip hop, Twitter, Instagram, the NFL, basketball, live shows. She even blamed him for Kamala Harris losing. Like that's how deep it got. Well, it's a woman, so no pause. But that's how deep it got in regards to her just disdain for just everything he does while respecting him as a lyricist. And that's funny. That's real funny. Now, quick thought. Why and for what reason? Now, I know that she had a situation with the lady that she was calling Deseret because her name is Desiree. And it's the lady that was I guess implicated to some I guess I don't know if it was accused or actually like definitely was an informant. I don't remember. Hey, well, look. Hey, well, you might be onto something, my brother. I don't know. But it's hard to say different. It's definitely hard to say different. But I'm man, that whole situation in itself, pure madness. And I mean, obviously, we can sit and we can talk all day about what we feel, I guess rappers have done, haven't done, need to do. But she really has to, well, she doesn't really have to explain, but it would be nice to explain exactly why is Jay-Z the reason for all of this. Now, she claimed that Jay-Z owed her $200 million for the title deal. Anybody with two eyes, phalanges, and ears can tell her that that's just incorrect. If Jay-Z never owned 100% of title and he sold his amount to title, and even with your 1%, even with your 1%, which I think was the ownership percentage that she actually had in it, even if it made $2 billion, which are Believe it did. Jay-Z specifically does not owe you $200 million. High key, nobody owes you $200 million. But not gonna touch that. I didn't read the contracts. I have no idea. Maybe there was a contingency plan. Maybe because of her streams and the amount of money that she gets per stream, maybe she can make the math make sense. Don't know. However, it's just not Jay-Z's fault. And that's not even me caping for Jay-Z. And I can't wait till we get to the last topic of the night, where we're definitely not caping for Jay-Z. But as we open the topic, or we open the show, we can't just blame him for every single thing that's happening in the world. Like, you just can't. You got to make things make sense. And she did a very poor job of doing that. And of course, everything is alleged for entertainment purposes only, because you don't want to get sued. Because you don't want one of your barbs to really think that it's something real out here. They go a little too crazy. They get the beehive reacting, and then you get Jay-Z with litigation. That's what you don't want. And I totally get it. I totally respect it. But you gotta, there's too many accusations, too many things that just get thrown out there. And I'll never get it. Quick question, as I really just thought about this, because they're both not having the greatest year. Looking back on Remy Ma versus Nicki Minaj, who really won? Who really won that battle? We're at a draw about now. We're at a draw, because it ain't even about money for me. I don't know who I would want to be, man or woman, just career-wise, just media-wise, publicity-wise. Take gender out of it. Nicki Minaj versus Remy Ma. Who would you want to be in 2025? Post the joints that Nicki put out. I don't remember the names of them, and that's not me being disrespectful. I just really don't remember them. And I remember this one because it was easy and it didn't live up to the name Sheether. It didn't live up to that to me. That wasn't that great. But who wins that? Who won who won the marathon? Who won the 12th round of that beef? Because they're not in favorable positions at all. And ironically, some of their situations run a tad bit parallel. So y'all want to know that. As a matter of fact, I'm going to add that into the comment section. Hold on here. In 2025, you know what I'm saying? Looking back, who won? Remy Ma versus Nicki Minaj, right? Y'all got to let me know. Because in beef, in battle, in all of that, it does matter what you do afterwards. It matters what happens afterwards. You can't just be in that spot and then you kind of move on, and whether you self-destruct or you just never get the magic or you never become as popular or famous or as big, that matters. Like, hey, look, we play the game in relationships, right? Whether it's friendships, intimate relationships, marriages, business partners. Look, to this day, we still say, who won the Rockefeller split? Jay, Biggs, Dame. And now people are saying, well, clearly Jay, even though they say, oh, but Dame did do bogus, or Jay did do bogus. But for a minute, it was like, well, Dame won because he independent and he making money and blah, 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 blah. To your own personal life. If you've had more than one relationship in your life, hey, you scour the internet to see who won. You you catch them at the local grocery store. You know, you might catch them at the Kroger or Cub Foods, you know what I'm saying? And be like, yeah, I got that one. That's just what people do. So I want to know, looking back, we sit in 2025, summer 2025, the year is halfway over. Who won? Nicki or Remy? But that's and this ain't a bad answer. This ain't a bad answer. Even though, man, because the unfortunately the Nicki versus Meg beef battle, what have you, didn't age well either. And but consider it lucky for Meg that she only has to worry about music selling until all the press releases started coming out. It's just rough. Hey, and sometimes it ain't a draw, and sometimes it's a draw because you both lost. Hey, listen, I'm with you when you're right, man. I'm with you when you're right. So that is it's unfortunate, but I love and we're gonna revisit something very similar to this. We're gonna talk rap beef if y'all been checking out the y'all if y'all check out the notes for the day. But moving on to the second topic, right? Made in the 1980s. Will Smith. First of all, as I do most times, I'm gonna come here and I'm gonna show bias. And I'm going to cape because I am not a street dude. I am not a gang member. I was never strapped with the task of trying to be tough in any era of my life. I have always leaned on the aspect of being cool, and I will never waver from that. That is my brand. My brand is being cool, and I'm not cool to everybody, and that is fine, right? What a great time to talk about Will Smith, aka the Fresh Prince of Bel Air. You dig? So there was a clip that's going around of Will being out there in the UK, and he's performing on the street. New joint, Pretty Girls. He got the video for it. You may have seen it. Very multicultural. A lot of multicultural deliciousness for the fellas out there. So make sure y'all check that out. And as they're showing the video of him performing the new joint, Pretty Girls, it's it's very light movement. I'm not gonna sit here and cap like it ain't. I was just like, okay, so people are calling it a flop. They're calling it a fail. They're saying, yo, this joint is whack. See, I told you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm not going to automatically just say that they're right or wrong because in 2025, and I was here, I was working in radio during this era. I was in the era of the evolution of the smartphone as well as the social platform and as well as just the term content and what it means to be a content creator. To me, a flop, a fail, or a miss is when you grab the mic as a performer, you doing your stuff, and people walk off because they don't want to hear that ish. The flip side of that is when they boo and when they throw things, because that do be happening. Now, I wouldn't, after seeing Method Man and Street Life on stage, don't recommend you throwing anything at them. Street Life will beat your ass. Saw it with my own eyes. I may or may not have video of it. But the point is, you don't want to throw water or your bottle on stage at the Method Man show, especially when Street Life is the hype man. But I digress. So, I'm not going to act like this song is the best song in the world. I'm not going to act like, no, they just don't understand. They're just not feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Just wait. It's going to heat up. because it's not. It may not. It may not, especially not in this era, in the time that we are in hip hop, the time that we're in rap music, and just um, the overall just perception of Will Smith today. It just may be a miss, but for other reasons. But we can't deny the fact that even though the crowd wasn't going crazy, there were several cameras up performing. I mean, watching him and recording. I'm sorry. Several cameras were up recording it, which means that they're engaged. See, here's the deal. And this is I've only been to a couple shows and I don't want to miss label the artist, but over the last three, maybe well, wasn't no shows during COVID. So a little before that. So like 2017 to 19 and then 2022 till now. There's a handful of artists that are out there. They'd be like, yo, put your fucking phones down. And that's verbatim. That's the language. Yo, put your phones down, enjoy the moment, enjoy the show. Or someone be like, yo, get your cameras out for this, but enjoy the show. Unfortunately, because the word content has become so broad, it's become so muddy, and everybody wants that feeling of going viral or being first or having the best quality video. A lot of live shows are being ruined because people would rather record and sit there still with their camera phone. They want to sit still and make sure they got their audio or their video, that they're not even taking time to sit in the moment and enjoy it. And then, hey, look, I'll be guilty of that sometimes myself. Um, I do find that my camera comes out more when I'm not too familiar with the artist, or I don't care about the artist that's performing, because I will just go see a show to see a show. I like music. I'm a live music junkie. You know what I'm saying? Like I like to see performances because sometimes a performance from an artist will make me go back and listen to their albums and see if I truly like the music more in that environment, or if I like it on the actual recording. And again, some artists are just great live, or just they're great as acoustic performances, or just that musicianship is there. Again, people are killing A. Marie right now because she didn't sound the greatest on Tiny Desk, and she didn't sound the greatest on it might have been Essence Festival. She was somewhere recently, and people trying to go in on her. But like for instance, Elamine, Braxton Cook, Snow Allegra, like they sound great live. Like they have a lot of just great vocal performances. Like it's really a dope thing. So if we treated concerts like comedy shows, I think you see a little different outcome. Because even as they were panning the camera, there were some people bopping to it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, granted, it wouldn't it wouldn't that, you know what I'm saying? It wouldn't that, but still, it was greater than what they showed. And with that clip being out there like that, one, I ask a lot of questions. My first question is, why is Will Smith in the middle of the street with this black dude with a turntable, and and he's just performing in the middle of the street somewhere? Like, what is this? Is this the Taste of Chicago? Like, what is this? Because it's July, you know what I mean? So I had to just look. I'm like, yo, let me see where this is. And this was part of a whole event. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, my mom is here. Oh Jesus. Oh Jesus. Go to bed, please. This is not for you, mother. All right, but let me get to the comments real quick. My man Wang, 56-year-old will not rapping over 15 plus years, and I don't think it was made for the US. I just found out that music gets made for the people of the nationality, and Will looked happy with the outcome. Oh, sorry. Jesus. I'm tired. He looked happy without Coco Melon. um. So yeah. So a couple of things. I think you hit on the head here, right? Because that is important. That is an important piece. Where is the music being played? What is the music for? And this is where traveling comes into play. Because some music that we kill or we as Americans, we don't necessarily rock with or we try to downplay because we black and what have you, it's going crazy in Canada. It's going crazy in London and different parts of the UK or in Africa, Asia. You know what I'm saying? Like Malaysians is going crazy to Black IP records right now. You know what I'm saying? Like people in the Philippines are still listening to that. Like I'm sure David Guetta and Calvin Harris and Benny Benassi, like all these people that one ain't even from here anyway, are still getting their coin overseas, making a lot of money in the music industry. It's just that American fans are super fickle. And as soon as you gain 10 pounds, start losing your hairline, if you date the wrong person, if you know you mention who you voted for, you stop eating chicken, we'll find any reason to not like somebody, and we'll find any reason to be like, I ain't messing with dude no more, versus like, yo, they're still my mans. And that's how I personally feel about Will Smith. I'm never abandoning Will Smith. I think Will Smith is one of the greatest humans to grace hip hop in general. So you're not gonna get a lot of Will Smith slander from me. That's not my vibe. If anything, he is one of the blueprints of success that I've always studied and admired. So I'm never going to go there. And let me see. My man D Moon, what up, D? He said niggas be lying. They be lying too, because if it's good, it's undeniable. Exactly. Exactly. And you know what? And I think that's a perfect way as I segue into this same topic though. The Pretty Girls joint is just not undeniable. It's just not undeniable. You can take or leave that. It don't have the magic. It don't have the it factor on it. I don't anticipate hearing that in 2030, let alone 2035 and 50, right? So let's get to the whole clip though. Let's get to the whole video, that is, because they kick it off with Will Smith. So this is I forget my brother's name, man. But oh yeah, DJ AG. DJ AG. I gotta get my notes. I gotta keep my notes, G. And DJ AG, for the last 2 years, is seemingly just throwing his own block party in the middle of the street in London. And he be getting mad love, and he getting so much love to the point where one, the street be crowded, but now celebrities just show up. Will Smith, Rita Ora, Jamila, and Wiz the MC all showed up at King's Cross to be a part of this. So this is a full-blown event, right? That's number one. Two, they introduced Will Smith, that crowd started going crazy. Like, I want to be crystal clear on that. They were going crazy when they said he was here. And he's doing an interview and a performance at the same time. And you know what? The slaps were slapping. Because when he did get jiggy with it, they was going crazy. It was dancers behind them. It was dancers, like somebody had their own routine, I guess, or whatever behind them. Men in Black. He did Men in Black. He did, I think, man, it may not have been Miami, but then again, it might have been Miami. But bottom line, Will Smith out there doing the medley, and they going crazy. And they went into the new joint, the Pretty Girls joint, and again, they said it was a new joint. I'm gonna take into account that this was recorded June 12th and it was live, but listen, a lot of the last Will Smith album is just not that great either, though. It's just not a great album. So people, no matter how long it's been out, people will still be getting abreast to it. And again, I don't think it's a bad album. It's just not great. Big Willie still has a great album. And now I'm here to cape for that album. Um, Matter of fact, what was it? Lost and Found. I think Lost and Found is a dope album. So there are some dope Will Smith albums out there. If you're willing to take off your cool a little bit, or you willing to take off your plastic thuggery and listen to it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, and I didn't get to this part, but Rita Ora came out during the Pretty Girls joint. You can take that how you want it, and it looked like Will Smith about to start freestyling, because he picking beats for him to go through, but I had to stop it because I wanted to start the show on time because I didn't realize the clip was that long. But Will Smith is like the first 20 minutes of this whole video, which is an hour and 34 minutes and some change. So saying all that to say, yeah, I mean the optics, it looked crazy, and I don't like how, just for anybody, this ain't even about Will Smith. This is just about anybody, especially as an artist, as a musician, as a creator. I hate when we being, it could be the media, we as Americans, whoever it is. I don't like when we go out of our way to paint the worst possible picture of somebody, or we try to alter the reality, like, oh, don't nobody mess with dude, or like, oh, we weren't really feeling her, or this ain't that. You know what I mean? I just don't like that. It's not cool, because hey, look, we live in a world where everything ain't for everybody, but we also live in a world where everybody's trying to be all inclusive. How about you just like what you don't like what you don't like, and leave people alone while they do what they like and don't like what they decide to like and don't like? Like, how about that? How about I don't have to like what you like? What happened to that? What happened to that? When did we get so soft and so sensitive? And why did we start acting like hoes? Because you don't like Nas the way I like Nas. You know what I'm saying? Like, how come I can't, how come I can't just not like R. Kelly in general? Why do it have to be because of what he did to the young girls? Like, I don't own an R. Kelly album. Why does that matter to you that I don't have one? Or why would I be mad because you love One Direction or Taylor Swift? Like, why? As my man J.R. Bang be saying, man, what you listen to don't make me bop. And that's the problem we got. And unfortunately, when we want somebody to be on our side, instead of using facts, instead of just using like just solid opinion with knowledge and understanding of the artist, the artistry, music, whatever, like, no, well, let me just take this 7 seconds that looks terrible for you and show it to the world to make it seem like you garbage, versus just being like, you know what? Hey, that's cool. You like that? I don't love it. And that's okay. You know? Let's get back to these comments real quick. My man Jones chimed in. D Moon agreeing with me, man. Support, so appreciate you, my brother. My man Jones, he say, I just think after a while we could feel Will Smith being inauthentic. We know folks ain't that squeaky clean. Oh yeah. Okay, yeah. Now you got me there. You got me there. Will Smith, as he was ascending to be one of the greatest selling rappers of all time, as well as the number one box office attraction back when 20 to 25 million a movie was unheard of. He's the first guy to start that. So like everybody that's on the rock real heavy, just, and these are just facts. Will Smith, Mr. July, Mr. Summer box office, he is the first guy. Will Smith went on a run, and 20 million a movie was light work for him. And then he had sold about 10 million albums. And when you equate that with having one of the highest rated sitcoms, period, not black sitcom, not primetime sitcom, but one of the biggest sitcoms, period, throughout and this is all in the same decade, mind you. See, some people, they're stretching out their 30, 40-year career, and this is 3 different lives. No, Will Smith had all this going on in 99. You dig what I'm saying? Like, that's a pretty big deal. It's like from 96 to 2000, there was not a person, especially not a black person, but not a person in general that was bigger than Will Smith. And to my man Jones' point, a lot of the presentation felt inauthentic. People were like, I mean, again, hey, look, Eminem's famous lines. Will Smith don't got to cuss in his raps to sell records. Well, I do. So F him and F you too. And Will leaned into that when he won. What was that? He won like a Vanguard Award or MTV Award, something like that. When he was just like, yo, I don't cuss in my records, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, bro, we get you. Like, okay, you kids bop before kids bop. We get it. But how long can you keep this up? And that was and now we know. And now we know how long. Yeah, now Will's in his 50s and he's sick of everybody shit. I had to say it like that because that's how he looks. That's how he sounds. Like, but I'll tell you the turning point though. And I would love to interview Will one day, just talk with him. I mean, it could be on or off record too. I would just want the information for myself. I would love to say, hey man, what's the turning point? And I know what y'all thinking, and it's not that. And I'd be like, so when was the turning point for you, Will? When that dude was trying to show you love on the red carpet and he kissed you and then you slapped him real quick? Was that it? That was that when you were like, I'm being too nice? It's like, oh no. So now men think they can sexually assault me. That's who I am. That's what they think I'm on. That's what they think they can do to me. I was like, was it that moment? See, the Pac and Jada thing, I'll let y'all have fun with that. As a Will Smith supporter and an avid watcher, man, if I'm ever out anywhere, and people out here showing me love, I'm trying to shake hands, dap people up, you know what I'm saying? Give the love back. And a dude brings me in and puts his lips on my body, on my person, bro, I'm going mad. I'm blowing the place up. I'm setting things on fire, my G. We're not doing that. Dude, I'm a grown man. Don't you ever think you can put your lips on me. Are you crazy? Don't ever think you can put your lips on me, son. Never. So, my bad. I hit the mic and everything. So that's what I want to ask Will. That's what I want to ask. You know what I'm saying? Let me see. My man Wang, we back in. He said Will's album was nice. I will never hate on it except that First Love. Hey, the new album, man. I'll be honest, man. It felt very cosplay. If y'all want, I did a review on the album. Y'all go check it out. But hey, just because I'm saying that, it don't mean it ain't no gems on there. I want to make sure. Matter of fact, I want to make sure that I'm giving y'all the right title of the album, so you actually do go listen to it and get your own opinion based on the true story. Yeah, based on the true story of the album. Again, it's not as bad as everybody says it is, but I also don't think it's great. Again, I think the pastor voice and all of that, it made it a little too lighthearted for me. I would have preferred a more serious tone because some of the content, you need to hear it. It's worth listening to. But I don't know, it almost felt like he was playing a little too much. And I think the message hits harder sometimes. Sometimes you just can't make light out of everything. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Like go ahead and hire. Oh, I guess you can't hire TD Jakes right now. Man, I mean, hire your actual pastor, bro. I don't know. Because Eddie Long dead. You know what I'm saying? TD Jakes, I can see people not want to touch that, literally, pause or whatever. Joel Osteen, people ain't forgave him since that since he locked his church doors during that hurricane. Oh man, hey Matt, man, Creflo might be the only hope. Creflo might be it. I don't know. Oh man. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, Jordan couldn't help enough. Nope. Hey, and talk about a heat check. Jordan Lucas, he probably did all that thinking that he was hotter than Will Smith. Didn't quite go his way either. But I did think it was cool. He said the Fresh Prince video. Jordan Lucas is a great storyteller too, by the way. He's a great storyteller for this era and a great storyteller in general. So I know everybody don't necessarily get into his music, but his storytelling is phenomenal. I will never take that away from him. Hey, you are absolutely 1,000,000,000% right. As being made in the 1980s and as a teenager, an adolescent in the 90s, and being just old enough in the 2000s, there will be no Silk the Soccer slander. There will be no Bow Wow slander. Sorry, I was there, and I was really outside by the time they got to rocking. I was aware. I was outside and aware of what's going on. We will never slander neither one of them. Silk the Shocker is far from the worst rapper alive. I never want to hear that again. Charge it to the game. Don't sell 2 million. People that are truly garbage don't sell 2 million records, especially not with no limit album cover. You just don't do that. That's not even no. So no, I'm not. I'm not going. It's not. Again, he may not be in your top 10, 20, or 30, and that's fine. That's fine. Again, if we really dissected my top 30, some of y'all favorites ain't in mine. And I am quite all right with that. But no slander ever for either one of them, Bow Wow or Silk the Shocker. Let me see. That's the inauthenticity coming through the music. Hey, you may have a great point. You may have a great point there with that. And let me see. I expected it to be hella flawed. It's been a long time from him getting on the mic. You know, let's speak to that a little bit, Wang, because not that I was ever expecting perfection, but for me personally, as angry as Will Smith looked from the slap to the red table talk, and then to there was that clip of, like, I guess, like, Jada was like had a camera in his face or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, put it away," and like he smacked the camera out of her hand. I'm like, okay. I was like, okay, this is turning dark. And I know they say laughter is the best medicine and all of that, but Will Smith really got to conquer some pain too, though. I think, and to be very real, I think if he gave us a very painful album, oh, the conversation is different. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what music is missing. A lot of music is missing pain. It's missing strife. It's missing that element of, like, you know what? It ain't all good. It's not. So let's talk about it real quick. Let's talk about why it ain't all good. And the music was missing that. And look, hey, and not that I'm positive I would want to see it. Hey man, if you're trying to make me laugh, then just do stand-up comedy then, man. Try it. Try it. Try it. I don't know. But don't give me an album when I hear the hints of the things that you're trying to do. And like I hear it, but don't try to insert the laugh track for me either though. I'm not here for that. And because of what he's going through and not sharing, I mean, to be real, and it ain't no laughing matter. I mean, again, you're looking at two people, well, one half of a couple that was considered the symbol, if you will, of Black love. And this is what we should all strive to get and have and be and all this, all that internet fodder bull that they be trying to sell you. You dig? So, and then to really see though, to really see what making it work looks like, and the things that you got to get to, man. Again, I'm just saying there's more to be desired, more to be desired. No, see, because he already messed up the movie bag. He already messed it up. Um, Will Smith has done a string of movies that we ain't even talking about. So the movie bag is done. Be clear, not that he's isn't necessarily a box office draw because the King Richard story, which was a good movie by the way, when he's playing Venus and Serena's pops, that's a great movie. But I mean, again, everybody respectfully, a lot of people started tuning out after Pursuit of Happiness, and there's been some fire Will Smith movies since then. And but then there's been some duds. It's been some straight to Netflix because it's no more DVDs. It's been a bunch of those. Will Smith is far from the box office draw he was in his heyday. And the Academy reportedly banned him from, whatever, whatever, like voting. Oh, you can't win no more Oscars. It's like, bro, I'm Will Smith. It don't matter at this point. Like, I was still in Men in Black. I was still in Independence Day. I was still in iRobot. I Am Legend. I was still in The Pursuit of Happiness. Dude. I don't need your awards anymore. It doesn't even matter. Somebody else black should be winning anyway. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't think that's the great part of having a 40+ year career is that at Will's age and at Will's clip, he can't mess up no movie bags now. Michael B. Jordan, still some time. Michael B. Jordan could make a wrong move and at the young, fresh age of 30, whatever he is, it could be like, oh, damn, oof, you had another 15 years strong, bro. Ugh. But yeah, no. Come on, Will Smith. Because Will Smith is, I doubt Will Smith is going to pull a Clint Eastwood and have like a Gran Turismo type of role. You know what I'm saying? So he's already had the pinnacle. He's already been the guy. So yeah, I don't think it would have hurt him that much anyway. But I mean, hey, look, who knows? Who knows? Because if he's still out here creating, who knows? Anything is possible. Wildly enough, that's how a lot of all of this nonsense happened because Jada was saying how the CTE movie Will made should be nominated and get all these awards and whatever, and they should boycott. And Chris Rock made jokes, and then how now that he had nominated for something for the King Richard movie, they showing up, he made more jokes. So it's a wild world. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. You know. Oh man, the stuff Will's been through the past decade, the content should have been on Marshall Mathers LP time. Yeah, I'm with you. Now that I'm with you 100%. And to be real, that's what I want to hear. I don't know. And again, maybe I'm just an American that loves car wrecks, train wrecks and car crashes. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I do want to watch the ambulance after all. But I do like the story of the artist that gets the fame and they get the money, they get the girls, they get the status. But man, now how fast can I get rid of it? Or hey, you don't know it came with this. Or man, I haven't been the same since this happened. I like that story. Too often we either get your rise, like you can come from the gutter, you know what I'm saying, and make it and stay on top, or you can just come out the gate, mad highlight reel. But not too many artists are giving us the real-time struggles of fame and adjusting to fame and not really wanting fame. And reasons like that is why I love Joe Budden music. It's why I encourage people to listen to every album after Encore from Eminem because it's very important. It's very important to listen to some of this stuff that people are saying. This is why I love Lil Brother music and I love Fonte. Like, again, all the stuff that Andre 3000 saying that he can't rap about, it's somebody out here rapping about it. And I like hearing that because even just being in my 40s, it's important to hear because I don't know if I necessarily want fame. I just want to do what I love to do and get paid, you know? But what is it truly like to be number one at whatever it is that's your art or your craft or your, industry? What is it like to be number one? What does it come with? What do you leave behind? Those are important things. And I need more than one or two bars about it from anybody, you know? So yeah, I mean, I listen to the second half of Eminem's catalog. Honestly, I think it's super dope. And many people get lost in the rapidy rap part of it. But if you really listen to Recovery, you listen to Marshall 2, and you listen to Revival even, that is these are really dope projects, man. And of course then he's just rapping phenomenally on like, Music to Be Murdered By and Shady 15 and Kamikaze, all of that. He rapping about people like hating him and adjusting to the new world and whatever, but there's still some gems in there. But yeah, man, bottom line, let it will hate, let it will slander, man. That's not cool. That's not cool. We literally sit here as Black Americans and we are clamoring for, a Kendrick album and an Andre 3000 album, and we want to encourage Jay and Nas and Method Man, you know what I'm saying? And we keep trying to salute, you know what I'm saying? Most people, we still wish Big and Pac were here. Well, we do all of that, but at the same time, the people that's out here and putting forth an effort and trying to make something happen, we dig in their grave while they still breathing. It's just like, man, when do we find the balance? You can't hate everything new, but then turn your back on everything that you grew up with. I'll never understand that. That's weirdo energy to me. That is weirdo energy to me. And if you never liked any of them, then that's fine. That's cool. I'm not saying you're gonna like anybody, but if we're in this space where we are not if we're in this space where we're not at least acknowledging and celebrating the people who can say, hey, I've been in this industry 40 years and and I'm still afforded to do this. And we again, we dig in their grave. We backing up the hearse for them. It's bad, man. Hey, that is why, real quick before we move on to our final topic of the night, that is why country music is coming back. And as Lenny Wilson said, country is cool again. Because again, and I keep saying it every week, and I'm gonna keep saying it, and on as many episodes as it becomes applicable, it's literally the difference. Rock music too, though, by the way, even though rock is kind of going through its own thing. But let's just put it like this. Let's put it like this. The genres of music that are dominated by white artists have way more respect, way more appreciation, and way more support than the genres powered predominantly by Black artists. The only people y'all will go out to see, well, y'all were going out to see, is Frankie Beverly and Maze, New Edition, and Beyonce. That's it. Everybody else is slander for. Everybody else I got bars for. Outside of Frankie Beverly and Maze, New Edition, and Beyonce. And even in this last round, some of y'all had some unfavorable things to say about New Edition. But again, God forbid Will Smith dropped the tour dates. You know what I'm saying? Man, I know you definitely uh don't want who somebody else super rocking. Because hey, look, let's keep it like this. Outside of Rock the Bells, y'all don't want to see nobody in hip hop perform. Y'all don't. Outside of Rock the Bells, you know. So just be mindful of that. Meanwhile, because even right now, there's a young kid. Matter of fact, that young kid from American Idol. What's his name? John Foster. Hold on. I want to see something real quick, man. Yeah, John Foster from American Idol. Listen, this kid, he just turned 19 yesterday. He performed for the second time at the Opry, 19 years old. And that man is trying to be at 19 years old. This man is trying to be the next George Strait. He's trying to be the next Randy Travis. And if old country heads have anything to say about it, they gonna use him to get Morgan Wallen the F out of here. And he is ready for it. He is family, faith in the flag. He is one of those kind of country artists. In 2025, he's 19 years old. Good kid, great voice. But just as he's not doing the contemporary hip hop, pop, or rock inspired country music, and he's doing the traditional records, guess what? There's a legion of people that are behind and in support of that. We don't even support different flows. It's made in the 1980s, man. Let's keep it rolling, man. Let's keep the show rolling, bro. Hey, listen, because my man Jones, and I hope my man Jones is still in here. Mike Jones is one of the biggest Ja Rule haters I've ever met in my life, and maybe he has a point, but most likely he don't, right? But that's my guy. I mess with Jones, and he showed he sent the bag fuel clip in the group chat. You dig? And then and it was basically Ja Rule saying how he identifies with Drake. And yeah, let's get to it. We here. we here. So my man Jones shared the clip again. And Ja Rule is he's just speaking about, the beef and an interesting take. He said, man, you know what? Interscope masters rap beef in music, right? He said even since the Pac days, he was like, yo, they really know how to do this, And to his point, man, Interscope and Def Jam are two very elite level battle labels, because man, did they use LL Cool J and the Def Jam engine to get Cannabis just buried. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the same things were happening. And obviously, I mean, look, we know the internet. I mean, well, we all have the internet now, so we've all know the story in more detail than ever about just the Fed case they were fighting. Rest in peace, Irv Gotti, and all the things that they were going through as a collective and as a label. You know what I'm saying? On top of the G Unit beef and all that. But with him identifying with Drake, he says that beef is bad for hip hop. And he really doubled down on that. And it's an interesting question. It's an interesting thing, because as we look at beef, as we look at battling, we are hard pressed to find a true victor in rap beef. Let's just go all the way back in time. Let's go to Busy B and Kool Moe Dee. That did not go well. The party rocker Busy B, which is out there doing this 1-2. I'm the ladies, man. I do all I can, and I'll get all of y'all with a soda can. All of that. You know what I'm saying? He doing this thing. Pretty ladies, make noise. Go grab the boys. He just trying to get the party rocking. That's it. Here come Kool Moe Dee with bars. Poor dude, like he dissing dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, hold on, fam. I had the girls with their hands in the air, bro. Come on. What are you doing? And to this day, hey, look, and me, and I'm not on the LeBron type stuff. I don't be calling myself no hip hop historian or nothing like that. But I didn't learn about Busy Bee until the Beef DVD came out. That's how bad that was. That's how bad that was for him. MC Shan versus KRS-One. Look, high key, MC Shan's still mad. He's still mad about it. It did not go well for him. Extreme case, but again, I don't think it was. Well, you know what? It's a string of effects here. But hey, Pac and Big didn't end well. Hey, PM Dawn versus KRS-One didn't go well. Ice Cube versus NWA didn't end well. There's always one party that does suffer pretty bad in rap beef as we just chronologically go down. We get to these comments real quick because I see my man Jones is on this game now. He said, sound like a bunch of weak ass excuses. Hey, I mean, listen, when you come from the loser circle, you have a different perspective. You know what I'm saying? If John would have rapped better, he would have won. Def Jam was a machine and he made hits. I'm glad you said that, Jones. That's actually a perfect segue. That's actually a perfect segue because our guy, J.R. Bang, he asked a very profound and great question. And I do want to answer it. And I want to give him credit for his question. As I'm watching the clip, I see this pop up. He said, man, why is Shawn Carter the only one that said F it and made hits afterwards? Right. So for everybody that may need a little more elaboration, one man Bang is saying is, Jay-Z was in the beef. He's in the beef with Nas. That was high profile. There was a winner and a loser announced. But what was so different about Jay? Why did Jay make the hit and keep it moving? And I did think about that for a brief second, and I was like, you know what? I have an answer. And if you don't see it, it doesn't take a special human being to realize that this is not caping. This is not capping. These are facts. What I'm about to give y'all right now is facts. Like, you can literally look this up. Matter of fact, I might have to share a link in here, and I'll let y'all rabbit hole the rest of it. But to answer my man Bang question, why is Shawn Carter the only one that said F it and made a hit afterwards, post beef? Why did he have the hit records? Even though we tried to get 03 Bonnie and Clyde out of here. We tried. It didn't. It stuck. And so did the relationship. Look at that. The answer to this question is because the majority of people and the industry don't feel like Jay lost. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it 1 trillion. Jay-Z survived because people don't think he lost. People clearly think Ja Rule lost. People clearly think Drake lost. Nobody, even in real time, thought Jay-Z lost. It's still one of the biggest debates of today. Like today, the beef is now 24 years old. The battle, the exchange, 24 years ago. That was 2001 when this all happened. And then why did the majority of people feel like that? Well, look, here are facts. I love to deal with facts. It's a fact that Swizz Beatz made Nas change ether. Yo, chill. Don't say that. Don't do that. What? What do you mean? We battling. Do you talk to DMX like this? Because he dissing Jay too. Why you not? Why I gotta chill? Why me? Right? Um, Scarface on Drink Champs. Scarface on Drink Champs said, I had to make Nas change a verse because he was going at Jay-Z so crazy. So now you got two people not even signed to Rockefeller. Not even signed to Rockefeller. Jay don't cut their checks, and neither do Dame and Biggs. And they stopping Nas from getting the shit off. They stopping him. Right? It's a fact. And let me see. Look at you. Look at you. Look at you right here. Takeover's better than either. But nah, being honest, those two songs are at least equal. Nas wins, but there is enough wiggle room for there to be a stalemate. True. Hey, listen, and I think that's very fair. I think that's very fair because I still love Takeover and Ether. When I heard Takeover, I was like, oh man, how is he going to respond to this? And of course, me just leaning to being just more of a Nas fan, I was so happy for what I heard. And I was like, oh, wow, this is great. But I used to play both of them back to back. So like it was nothing for me to play both of them. And then, oh, hey, look, and let's not forget this though. Hot 97. Hot 97. Summer Jam. Don't be the next contestant on that Summer Jam screen. 2001. They let Jay put up childhood pictures of Prodigy. They let him diss Nas. I guess the Michael Jackson look was that big. But look, they let Jay and the rest of Rockefeller go in on everybody on that Hot 97 stage. But afterwards for 2002, when Nas wanted his get back, no, I'm about to perform Ether and I'm about to hang Jay-Z on stage. He doing the kind of stuff he talking about. I'm done. It's over for me. Blah blah blah. Well, let me do my thing then. They cut his mic, told him he couldn't perform. Yeah, Flex, Angie, yeah, y'all, that was y'all. Y'all did it. So see, that's letting you know off the rip how politics in the industry go. So true enough, when it is in battle and beef and all that, you are beating more than the artist. You do have to beat more than the artist. Which brings us to the great moment on Power 105, one of the first great moments pre-Breakfast Club that exist on that channel when basically, this is we're in what 2001 going into 2002. Jay recovers well because no one wants him to lose. Hot 97 in 2000, 2001, 2002, that is it. That's the pinnacle. That's the pinnacle of hip hop radio. Clue tapes and Hot 97 freestyles are the thing outside of actual rap albums. Angie Martinez, Funkmaster Flex, DJ Enough. These are legendary staples and just names that you know, even if you've never been to New York. This is the same platform, same radio station that played Ether, Takeover, Super Ugly, all that back to back. Took the New York vote, and we counted like it was the real election. That is the hip hop election. It's the ABC News of hip hop. And when the people voted that Nas won, Nas goes to Power 105. And he says this verbatim. He was like, look, he's like, first of all, they let dude Ish on me all last year. He dropped Takeover. He get to do whatever he want over there. I dropped Ether, the napalm bomb, and now everything is different. Now they pulling my mic. They don't want me to perform. He was like, and they let New York vote. And then when I win, now they playing Jay music all over the station like he died. He was like, they act like it's a memorial service over there, and they ain't playing nothing but Jay-Z records. That's what happened. See, that ain't what happened in these other battles. Because I remember even on GCI Power 92, when the 50 Ja Rule thing happened, or even when the 50 Ross thing happened, they were trying to get interviews and skits to clown them. It wouldn't know, hey man, we gotta play hustling, man. No, we can't let Ross go out like that. It wouldn't that. It wouldn't know like, man, throw that holla holla on, man, throw that always on time. Or it wasn't none of that. It was just like, oh man, 50, you know what? We gotta play in the club again. It's like, they cleaned up back down and played it on the radio. Like this is the kind of things that were happening. Versus when it's Jay-Z versus Nas, it's like, man, no, man, you got to that. Can I get on, bro? Come on, man. We can't do Jay like that. It's Jay. We can't do that. Never mind you playing The World Is Yours. or if I ruled the world. You don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to play one of the joints off of Stillmatic. Nah, let's play the J records, even though New York said, nah, it's just won the battle. See how this is different, And then the other thing, and I think this is the most important piece, is that in a lot of these battles, especially the last two, the most notable, John 50 or Drake and Kendrick, is that people wanted the Ja Rule L. People wanted the Drake L. Like that they wanted it. You know what I'm saying? Again, as a person that I only bought Veni Vidi Vici, I really wasn't a fan of Rule 336 or Pain Is Love. But, I didn't feel he was making music for me. Now, I did like 50 Cent. I'd heard about 50 Cent beforehand. So, I wasn't super well-versed because, again, he don't like Nas either. And it was like, oh, well, dang, I tried to look out for this guy. But, hey, look, I'm a Nas fan. Hey, listen, this is a Nas bias show, always and forever. Never forget it either. whenever you come to this platform, no, it's Nas biased. Every day. But I will be objective if need be. So, by the time Ja Rule is rocking, Nelly is rocking, and Eminem has a space to exist. We got Hove, you know what I'm saying? But people want that sound out of here by the time we get to 2003. Because look, 98 to 2002, the world was Ja Rule's. And unfortunately, DMX wasn't taking them out like everybody expected. The hits kept coming. They're on the same label, so they're going to let them coexist. But boy, when Interscope and Dr. Dre and Eminem got 50 rolling, boy, did the game change. So you become part of that spectacle of like, oh, people want to see me lose. Again, I don't think people want to see Jay lose. Because by the time we get to 2000, 2001, Jay talking like, well, I should be the best rapper to y'all by now. And I don't understand why I'm not. Like, I'm the most active. I feel I'm the nicest. Big and Pac are dead. Nas drop every 2 years. Like, how am I not the best? And then he went on the attack because people are like, no, man, Prodigy nice. I don't know what you're talking about. Prodigy nice. Have you heard Murder Music? He ain't like that. so there's that piece of it. True. I mean, look, y'all were there last year. Y'all was there last year. Many of you, Jones, this is for you. Many of y'all have been wanting to see Drake lose since 2011. People have been trying to hand Drake an L for the better part of 14 years. And that was evident when Like That dropped. Yeah, not like us, Like That. People handed Drake the L off the Like That verse. He was literally playing 2 points down in a lot of minds anyway. They were like, oh, finally Kendrick said what he said and did what he did. Finally, he ain't gonna say nothing. Like, what he gonna do? Sing some records for him? This nigga ain't this and that and the third. So that was the energy. Like That played for a minute. And Drake being on offense with the push-ups, people tried to ignore it. They was like, that ain't enough. That ain't enough. And But then the joint though, the AI joint. Oh, he using the Pac voice and the Snoop voice. This trash. It's like, bro, he can't do nothing. It's one verse. He can't do nothing. Y'all already saying he lost. He had no shot in a lot of people's eyes. As soon as, man, after big three, it's just big. Since that bar, people gave him no shot to even just compete with Kendrick. But to Kendrick's credit, he follows it up with the music though. He does just end up putting out better songs. That is undeniable. That is, I still love Euphoria personally. Not Like Us is a really big record. I and because I believe in being objective, and I do believe when we look back, some people will change their minds. I do think Family Matters is still the best overall song throughout the whole battle. I'm sorry. It's for me, Drake wins by KO. I mean, I'm sorry, Kendrick wins by KO. But when we look back at it, Family Matters was the round that he definitely won. And whether you want to call it a slip or taking a knee or whatever, I don't know. But that round wouldn't 10-10. It wouldn't 10-10 at all. Oh, I love this. Let's get to the comments here. Drake has earned every bit of slander since his reaction to the Control verse. Yeah, I guess. But again, for people that say that, how do you feel about the language? Because I think the language is a great song, and I think it's even a better subtle diss track. I love the language, and I believe those verses he just weaving in and out of just talking to Kendrick, but making him an afterthought at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Excuse me, like that, and Drake bowing out of the Pusha beef should have let you know he wasn't gonna win. See, hey, look. Now, what the Push beef got to do with him and Kendrick? See what I'm saying? Like it was just lose. It was absolutely lose. Sorry, it like he had no shot. Hey, Joe Budden diss tracks was started trending and was think pieces, and they weren't in real time during views. Drake had the number one album in the world, and the Joe Budden diss tracks wasn't getting traction. They weren't getting the traction that they got after Like That dropped. Like it's crazy, and especially after Euphoria. After Euphoria, they was like, "Oh no, but Joe Budden said this too. Look, listen, Pusha T said this. Look, oh man, he just finishing the job that they couldn't do." Yeah, see, it was crazy. Yes, yeah, and hey, Jones, I don't expect you to like that. I don't expect you to be on the side of this. But no, listen, for me, the only song I got close, I mean, again, as far as battle time, as far as just that, at worst, I have Family Matters and Euphoria at a dead heat. I got a dead heat. But for me, I do have Family Matters is number one, Euphoria is at two. Because you can't deny impact, I'll put Not Like Us at three. Um, and then I'll what else? It's like the push-ups versus 616 in LA. But then again, Meet the Grams. See, Meet the Grams over 616 in LA. But again, hey, look, battle purposes. I get what Meet the Grams was supposed to do, but come on, man. Like that ain't I just didn't feel that record like that. It's definitely venomous. But again, I separate. I just know the art from the reality in a lot of ways. So it did. I just didn't believe the record. It's like, damn, like it's this is an interesting take. Love the beat. It feels like really ominous. It almost feels like Ghostface should be coming on on the beat. You know what I'm saying? Whoa, that might have sounded crazy. Uh, but it feel like, that feel like a woo beat. Um, but yeah, but I at the bottom of the heap. So then I got 616 in LA. I got at the bottom of the heap, I got the Tailor Made. That's bottom of the heap. That's last. Whatever last is, that's last. Let me see. Let me see. How? If you take out the middle part of the disses to dot, we're weak, but I don't want to drag this out. See, again, hey, look, you're welcome to your opinion, my brother. It's like when you say that disses are weak, the only real diss that stuck that people ran with on Kendrick's side is Drake being the pedophile, and we know that's not the truth. Like, they ran with a lie. Now, granted, Kendrick's lies just stuck better than Drake's lies, but I on all beat changes, I just again I like the kamikaze mission. I like the fact that Drake showed back up with the 50 cal with the switch on it, and a lot of people got hit. I love it. Like that's what I like to hear. I mean, hey, look, I'm not about to. This is what I'm not about to do, and I'll let y'all decide this on y'all own. I'm not gonna take Drake's version or Drake's formatting or reformatting of Takeover and Hit 'Em Up, where one rapper says, throw the beat on, I'm getting at all these niggas, and all of a sudden his is not good enough, or that's not up to par. We didn't say that when Pac this Big, he did Faith, he did Mobb Deep, Tino XL, like Puffy, he did everybody. And then let his homies diss everybody. And we didn't say this kind of thing. Oh man, I mean, but it really wasn't enough. When Jay-Z gets on Takeover and he shouts the whole crew, and he this is Prodigy, and he's dissing Jazzo and Nas. We don't say all of this. It ain't, oh man, why you talking about Jazzo though? Like why he catch a stray? Like we didn't do that. We didn't do that. So I'm not about to sit here and do it, because in 4 to 6 minutes, Drake dissed Kendrick, Future, Metro, Abel, or The Weeknd, whatever you want to call him, ASAP Rocky, Rick Ross. Like, no, we're not doing that. No, he emptied the clip and almost everybody died. I'm giving that respect. We give that respect to anybody else. Anybody else. I'm not moving the goalpost for Drake on that. Sorry. Can't do it. Can't do it. Let me see. Meet the Grants is my second favorite, with Euphoria a second close. Again, hey, look, Jones, but look at you. Let's just keep it 1 trillion. Jones, nobody's waiting for the ultimate downfall of Drake more than you. Nobody's waiting for it more than you, bro. That's it. Like, and that's cool. I love that we have a difference of opinion. See how we can have the difference of opinion and it ain't got to go to the extremes? That's what I'm on. I get it. And again, I'm just Drake, whether we love the delivery or not, Drake studies hip hop and he follows a lot of rap rules. Now he be trying to change some. Like he is up for the guy that he follows the rap rules, but he will take his ball and go home. He will go in the house and tell his dad, or he will tell his mom. He will tattletale on you. There is that. Like he is the type of person to turn off the game and say it got too hot, y'all got to go home. But at the same time, I will give him the respect of being like, well, at least he acknowledges he's a sore loser, but at least is still trying to play to win. And that there is a an element of respect that I will give him for that. I'm not saying anybody else has to. I'm just saying what I do. But yeah, Meet the Gramps, no. I mean, again, hey, look, very dark, very ominous. It's cutthroat. It's great. It's great in that aspect. But I mean, for real, as a record, I haven't listened to that since maybe the week after Not Like Us was officially a #1 record. I don't think I've listened to it since then. Hmm, Let me see. Uh, but man, you got to have me on one of these days. I mean, hey, listen, hey, look, I could have shot you the link today. Whenever you want to do this, hey, whenever you want to do this, all you gotta do is shoot the link, and I got you. It's nothing. It's nothing. Let me see. The respect I have for Drake was consistently getting in the ring. Was lost with a lawsuit. Okay. Hey, and again, more fair points. More fair points because you can't, not in this climate, not post Me Too, not post Black Girl Magic. You can't get on here and talking about one of the most black, well-respected rappers in the world is beating up his wife and thinking that that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't like, and now because again, we can make anything look like anything these days. He called you a pedophile. Now everybody is like, oh, remember that time he brought that one girl on stage that was too young? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, why is he making music for the 20 somethings and he's 30 something? Like, it's just, again, people will dig. People will dig your grave. Just give them a moment. Just give them a moment. Just make them not like you. People can't wait to dig your grave in this era. They can't wait to dig your grave. Uh, back the hearse into your body, no casket, and just throw dirt on you. They can't wait. More people, they don't want context. They want what they saw. They want what they heard. They want what they believe. That's it. That's it. And Drake became a victim of that. Again, he should have put out some better records, because record wise, yeah, he just lost. That's just it. That's just it. And unfortunately, it took all the steam out of First Person Shooter, which is still a great record. And that should have been the record of the year last year. But got overshadowed by Not Like Us. Sometimes you just got to leave well enough alone. Well, that's going to do it for me tonight, folks. I appreciate y'all, man. Thank you for tuning in to Made in the 1980s. Leave your comments, leave your questions. Whenever you see this, thank you. And I appreciate you. And we'll do this again. I may be back Saturday afternoon. I do want to get an episode in here where we talk summer 2000 rap albums and summer 2005 rap albums, 20 and 25 years. Might be two different episodes. So stay tuned for both of those. Thank you again for rocking with me for this conversation tonight. And just know that always and consensually, it's love.